used to cook in the back of a Ryder truck. There's no line until, you remember the Timothy McVeigh thing in Oklahoma, the bombing, really kind of put a flux on me because I was doing a lot of corporate stuff in Atlanta. I'd rent these Ryder trucks, get the fold-out tables, fold them out, and I had to clip lights, and we would cook out of the back of this Ryder truck. And that's kind of how we started the cooking fresh on site. And occasionally I would do a pull trailer, but it was always our style, and it kind of gave us an edge in the market because people really liked that idea of, you know, cooking fresh on site. Well, I'm from a small town nestled in the middle of Bayou country, Berwick, Louisiana. My mother's Italian from the New Orleans area, my dad Cajun from Lafayette. So I think what interests me the most about food were the aromas that came from the kitchens and the backyards in South Louisiana. I mean, my mom cooking a gumbo, it just as a child, I always remember the excitement. Or I was playing wiffle ball in the backyard and I could smell the pot roast cooking. I mean, just, you know, the windows open. I remember those things and going back, it just really, I asked a lot of questions. And I didn't think it was abnormal because a lot of men cook in South Louisiana. So it was just something I really took a liking to. And by the time I was 15, 16 years old, I was able to develop a lot of these recipes myself. Like, you know, people can taste the love that we put into the cuisine. You know, it's not hard to make a meatball. You know, if you love what you do, I believe it really shows in what we do for sure.
Let's do it.
I thought of doing things outside. I didn't know what it was going to be, but places like California, I can remember places like Boston really interest me. I didn't know what they were. We didn't do a lot of traveling as kids, other than to the Carolinas and a bunch to the beach. But places like that really, you know, interest me. And when I finally got to where I was at comfortably from a culinary standpoint, I took 2 months and went out west. I landed in Atlanta, and the Atlanta Classic was fixing to go on. And being a chef, you know, I said, shoot, man, through the Chefs Association, I hooked up with Emery Herr, the general manager of Atlanta Country Club. And I helped them for the full week of the Atlanta Classic. And during that time, they asked me to cook an employee meal. And I said, shoot, what better than a jambalaya? Well, little did I know that was kind of the start of Chef Kern Chef Chasson, it used to be at the time, in Atlanta. I cooked that jambalaya and people really, it was an employee meal, and it quickly became other chefs like at Dunwoody Country Club of South was just starting at the time, Cherokee Town and Country Club. These chefs tasted that and knew right away that they wanted some of that Louisiana training in their clubs, so it wasn't 2 weeks later I started Chef Kern's chef service and started leasing myself as an executive chef to a lot of the country clubs, hotels. Always inspired to be in the catering business. I knew right away, leasing myself, and saw the misery and the kind of Velcro on the back, stuck in a corner, restaurant owners, even across America today. You know, you have to love it and love it way too much, and it's that involvement and affect the family. And I got to see that in some of the restaurants. They would fire the executive chef, I'd fill in, keep the menu rolling, keep the stock coming in the back door, but I also heard all the complaints from family members and stuff. Everybody wanted to vent to me, and I was like, wow, man, this is family destruction. And again, we appreciate you coming out. We love what we do, and it's hard sometimes, but I owe all of our success to you guys, man, standing around this room right here. And I wish we could have everybody with us. You know, we really had probably one of the busiest months we've ever had, and we did it with a skeleton crew, really, in comparison to the crews of the past. You know, so. It's kind of a niche in what we've created, being in the hospitality and not having, you know, every night being away from the family. It's huge for me. You couldn't pay me $5 million a year to be in that type of environment. Money's not what I'm after. I'm after, you know, the process. My inspiration every day is my faith in God and my attraction to family, you know, and making sure that that fits in any of my dreams, because I am a dreamer and I don't know that it'll ever stop. You know, retirement's not something that I've ever focused on. I want to work till I'm 90, you know, and I just believe I love being surrounded by people, creative people. You know, I love sweet, beautiful people. We've been fortunate to accumulate a lot of friends who are just fantastic folks, man. We want people to be aware of what we're doing, and I think the next steps are really crucial. You know, just to let everybody know how well planted we are in the community and how focused we are to stay in the game and compete in this area.